Tony V, CEO at VERSPRITE, back again to begin this Cooking with Pasta series, diving into stage one. So stage one is understanding your business objectives. In a risk-centric approach, you have to understand impact. It is one of the delicious ingredients that goes into any risk methodology or risk formula. So much the same in pasta, we have to have context. And there's a saying at VERSPRITE that we say all the time, which is context is king. You have to understand, how is this product or software that you're making, how is it going to make your company money? Or how is it going to help maybe facilitate processes within your organization if it's a back office application or an internal application? There's all different types of applications in the healthcare, financial, retail space, and they all have different goals. Some of them are for payment processing. Some of them are for providing medical information with high data integrity to physicians. Other might be maybe financial data meant for providing analysts real-time access to financial information so they can make real-time decisions. You have to understand, what is the purpose of your software, right? Much like cooking delicious pasta. I might be wanting to cook pasta for myself. I might be wanting to cook pasta for someone else. Those changes the objective, maybe how I go about doing things. Or, in a better example, what happens if I'm actually trying to start a new pasta company where I have to think about scaling and I have to think about maybe costs of goods sold and global manufacturing? Different goals will actually affect my inherent impact considerations in pasta as a risk-centric approach. So we have to understand, as a software developer, an architect, an engineer, what are some of the things that I care about because the company cares about it. It could be uptime, it could be downtime, it could be trying to stay away from regulatory requirements and lawsuits and things like that. So it's so important to begin with that level of context. Now, in the application software development space, there's other types of considerations related to things like standards and regulations that might be a business objective as well. So making sure that you address those up front. Right? So I'm making an analogy to cooking with pasta. If I'm cooking for myself, maybe I'm happier with just a simple, thicker style of pasta versus maybe a thinner style pasta for that's gluten-free for a significant other, as an example. Those types of considerations really impact the type of software that you're going to threat model. And context is king in risk-centric approaches. So you might be asking, well, what do we actually use to capture this information, right? What you use is simply, the discovery process is interfacing with the product owners, more people on the business side of things, right? That have some level of skin in the game for that software product that's going to be, on the Apple Store or on the Android marketplace or as a SaaS offering to millions of commercial companies worldwide. Being able to understand, what is the financial projection and goals? What is the requirements for uptime and downtime? What are the regulatory landscapes that I'm actually having this application live in? These are all super important contextual things that go as ingredients into beginning with pasta in stage one, which is defining your business objectives. And in the next session, we're going to dive in, get our hands a little bit dirty, and we're going to talk about what are the ingredients in our tech stack. Stage two is technology enumeration, aka defining an attack surface. So we're going to look at what ingredients do we need to start cooking more tangibly with pasta. So stay tuned.